We're back with another Rogue Legends run. Guys, it has been a huge update in a very long time, actually, since the last time we've played Rogue Legends, and I think it's time that we did one more run. Now, there are a lot of new things happening, and honestly, I'm just gonna mention some of them, but besides that, I want to experience them instead of just going through the patch notes, because it's just like so many new things they added. Like, for example, this new Rogue XP shop. This is the first time ever that we're seeing permanent upgrades in Rogue Legends. I'm super excited about this. I have not tried the Rogue Legends run yet, so I have nothing, but some very cool stuff possible. Like, for example, discounts on every single tower that you're buying, extra hero XP, extra starting cash, some legendary tiles. If I remember correctly, you can upgrade your artifact power. Yikes, that's just so many things happening. And also a lot of new artifacts. A lot of the old artifacts got reworked. You can now apparently queue boosts in the menu, which is an option that I really like, because you don't have to just like sit there and click on the boost menu. I don't know, guys, so many cool things happening. So let's just start off a run. We're gonna be using well, this is not even bike, this is Octo Jones, because I noticed that there's like this new artifact which is called Fish Nova. This just sounds ridiculous to me. I mean, what is even happening? Tier 3 and higher bomb shooter, mortar, Ice Monkey, Glue Gunner, and Banana Farm attacks have a chance to release swarms of fish, each dealing 1 damage to 2 balloons. What is happening? Why are my mortars summoning fish in my banana farms? So there's gonna be a banana bunch on the field, and that's somehow gonna release fish? I don't even know what's happening. Oh yeah, by the way, we now play 4 stages only instead of 5. Okay, so I think we're taking the rightmost path. This one has a lot of different encounters. So we have a red balloon, we have a couple of reds actually tied up together. I think this just means more dense balloons, a white balloon, a fortified red, we have a pink up top, and yeah, that's like 5 different encounters that we're gonna see in one single stage. So let's go, let's see what the boss is gonna be. That's gonna be Bloonarius. Alright, I'm not exactly sure, because I think Bloonarius, I actually did not read up on a patch notes. I actually saw this somewhere in a video, but apparently they nerfed the Bloonarius or something like that. Like, it's still the same buff for towers up to tier 3, but towers after tier 4 are a little bit weaker. So I don't know, guys. Let's just see what we can. Okay, how can we upgrade this one? Fish Nova, it becomes a rare one. The fish are dealing 2 damage to 3 balloons. I mean, do we do this? Let's actually try and recruit something. So what looks interesting to you guys? I mean, maybe either this one or the Buccaneer. I would go for the Buccaneer, because we already have a 0-2-0. If we can get this one, I think it's gonna be nice just having a little bit of a diversity. So, oh, what is happening? That is not a beginner map. What? I've watched some runs in which the stage 2 literally was on like an expert map, like Muddy Puddles or something like that, and that was crazy to me. I didn't even know that was possible, actually. Well, it wasn't possible before. I forgot to mention this artifact that I brought, which is tit for tat, the legendary one. So all monkeys attack 66% faster, but the balloons move 25% faster when they're in their range. I like this one. It's just cheap attack speed. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna queue the boosts. Now, apparently what queuing the boosts means is it saves them for later, if I'm not mistaken. So you can just hit play, and then the game is just gonna eventually end if your setup is too strong, which was one of the complaints that also I personally had for this. Oh, there we go, something appeared on the side. Let's just click this thing. Oh, so this is the boost. There we go. That's very nice. Okay, let's do a reroll because I don't see any military ones. Let's do this one. Increases all monkey damage 10%. Yeah, this doesn't sound too different from what it previously was. Increases primary monkey damage by 15%, reduces shot spread. Yeah, these guys are about the same-ish as they were, huh? Alright, I mean, thankfully that was only 5 rounds, but the map choices are getting a little bit crazy. So hopefully we encounter some easier maps until we can get our setup going. But yeah, we decided we're gonna take on the rightmost path. Let's see how many marshmallows we can get, which is essentially we get 5. It's called just Rogue XP, I guess. But that's the currency which is gonna allow us to buy permanent upgrades, and we wanna have a lot of those. Okay, so let's see what this one is. It says now with more balloons. So essentially it's denser rounds, I feel like. Oh yeah, definitely. So you can notice there are a lot of balloons actually happening with these denser rounds. And you know what? Because we're running Striker Jones and like these bombs, usually they have a lot of peers by themselves. So we should be actually hunting these dense round encounters, I feel like. By the way, we have enough money to buy the really big bombs, and this is gonna unlock the new fish, I guess, artifact attack that we have. So let's go like this. Let's give it extra attack speed. And can we notice some... Oh, I can see them. Okay, so we're attacking, but not every attack seems to be summoning fish for some reason. So, but the way these fish work, it seems like it's similar to the frags in a way. And do these fish seek out balloons? They don't seem to be seeking out balloons. I don't know. This sounds fun. It sounds kind of ridiculous, guys, honestly. What if you go for something like the bottom crossbow, we get the clusters? Does anything change like this? I mean, you do get a lot more fish, it seems like, when you have all of these guys on screen. But yeah, this is one that we're gonna play out for sure. So that was encounter number 2, just going kind of fast, honestly, these early encounters. I'm gonna try and recruit another tower. The reason why I'm doing this is because we need to get off of these water-based towers. We have 2 buccaneers, but we have only 1 land tower, and that thing cannot see camo. So you know what, this looks way too cheap to pass up. So I'm gonna get the sniper, and there was this artifact which allowed the snipers to crit, so maybe we can find that one and just get this guy to do a lot of damage. Let's see what we have in this chest. So our first I guess bonus artifact, which we're not gonna have to work for. Crime. Oh, this is a new one. Oh, this is basically a boost turned into a power. I like these ones a lot. Grand Magic Precision, this is a common one. So magic monkeys deal 16% more damage and have 10% reduced shot spread. Growing Steady, we know what it is. I think this one got nerfed, by the way. Druids attack 17% slower, but they get extra damage every round. And then Mighty Mulligan, obviously this artifact selection one. So what do we take out of all of these? I guess given that we don't have any magic towers yet, I think we just have to go for the Growing Steady, right? Because that one is kind of useless, and this is going to give us another land tower, which I'm obviously always on the lookout for. Let's see what this white balloon encounter is. So white balloons pop with a monkey slowing aura. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Alright, so here we go with the white balloons. Okay, that was like some huge explosions happening. I guess because they were kind of stacked on top of each other. But you do want to be popping them from range, it looks like, so that your towers don't get affected. So this sniper that we got was not even a bad idea. Let me just check some of these boosts. Let's do a reroll. Let's do an all tower inspiration. I guess it's fine. And was that only, yeah, we only had 1 boost, I guess. Oh, and something I'm noticing actually, because we have these camo zebras, as you guys might be seeing, the camo zebras do not explode, and that's a good info to have because it's only white balloons. So as long as you skip the white layer, then the zebras are just not gonna explode and you're not gonna have to deal with this thing. Okay, so that's very interesting. That's kind of a cool thing to know. We're learning a lot of new things, by the way. This Rogue Legends, guys, they've changed this thing a lot, it seems like. Alright, and our first boss encounter. So this is gonna be, so keep popping the mini boss. We've seen a lot of these guys. We need to do 40 pops in order to get the legendary artifact. The map is stream bed. So I was thinking of starting this with a 320 destroyer. We're gonna need camo detection as soon as possible, and let's just go. Let's see how much damage we can do. Unfortunately, we already have the hotshots upgrade, which you don't want to do versus Blast the Populace because it's gonna overheat them. So let's go like this. Let's get camo detection on our second buccaneer. Oh yeah, we're gonna be overheating this guy like crazy. I think it's a little bit early for us to start hunting legendary artifacts. I don't think you do it like 3 encounters into your run, but we're gonna try for the common one for sure, and then if we can get the rare one, that's gonna be amazing as well. Oh yikes, guys, this is not looking too good. I mean, I was gonna go for another destroyer, which is kind of expensive, 3.9, it's almost $4,000. Not sure if that's the correct choice. I mean, we do have the Growing Steady one, so I don't know. Let's get some of these druids at the back. I'm not sure if the druids are still good, and we cannot place a lot of them. It seems like we can probably just sneak out like 1 more, but yeah, our towers are definitely not equipped to be popping bosses this early on. Oh, you know what? Just to end this thing off, let's see the fish in action, guys. Yeah, let's we can. Oh, I should have sold that thing on time. Actually, let's sell Striker Jones. Let's get this thing. Do the fish actually do something, or is it just kind of a meme at this point? Because I'm not exactly sure, guys. But yeah, we're gonna get to 12 pops, it seems like. So I guess it's kind of fine. I mean, this is like 3 encounters into our run. We're gonna get the common artifact, so we're just kind of, you know, getting the setup going. It's fine. All right, let's see what we got from this one. So Splody Darts, we know what this one does. Greater primary quickening. Yeah, this is one of those boost ones. And then what is this one? Just like magic. Tier 5 magic monkeys' attack speed is half, but all monkeys in the radius deal 25% more damage to mob class boons. Non-magic monkeys have a 20% chance to send an arcane bolt backwards on projectile expiration. Right, this sounds cool with the arcane bolt launching backwards. It's a 20% chance, but the thing is, we don't have any tier 5 magic monkeys. We actually don't even have like a single magic monkey in our roster yet, so I'm not sure how useful this is. And then when it comes to these primaries, we only have like a single bomb. So I feel like Splody Darts is gonna be the best out of all of these choices, although I don't exactly like any of them, to be honest. So we get in this chest, hopefully a good artifact, maybe some rare ones. Okay, so Cat's Meow, this is a rare one, this is an old one. We know what this one does. Swift is to business. We also know what this one does as well, and this is one shot. Sniper Monkey stack 2 times slower, but have a 1 in 5 chance to crit with 10x damage. We might want to take this one actually, because we already have a sniper in our roster, so let's actually grab it. Why not? I think we're doing quite well. This is our white balloon encounter, by the way, and I'm just defeating everything with the sniper, this 230 sniper with this new artifact, because I think the number used to be 1 in 7 shots that has a chance to crit. Now they buffed it a little bit, it seems like 1 in 5. So this definitely does feel a little bit better, and if we can get a lot of attack speed on this guy, then we can probably manage to pull off a sniper run actually. But there we go, this is another encounter done, and this is my first ever fortified encounter. So all possible bloons are fortified, and bloons move slower, and this is rounds 5 to 13, and if I remember correctly, there is no Moab on 13. The first one comes out on 15. Yeah, this fortified thingy doesn't seem to be too dangerous. I mean, we can see some fortified lets, they're definitely moving a little bit slower, but the thing is, because we're playing these early rounds and the bloons are mostly like, oh, they're like easier bloons, right? They're like yellows and pinks and whatever, and those guys cannot get fortified. So actually, this is not that much of an issue when you're playing on these earlier rounds, seems like. But yeah, so far, I mean, this is just not looking like an issue. There goes the other encounter, but yeah, we should definitely be very careful of these fortified encounters if we're playing some later rounds, and we should probably look to avoid them if we don't have a good setup actually. Alright, so our first minigame, let's see what we have with this one. We have an endurance race, 100k for the legendary one, and it's on Polyphemus. Polyphemus is an annoying map. Well, actually, they made Polyphemus a little bit less annoying recently because they now allow the bloons to kind of do a loop around the eye, so this might play into our favor actually. So how do we want to have this? And we're going for destroyers. Obviously, we're going to take everything slow. Alright, so let's be careful how we're sending in these rounds. We're going to have the money for a destroyer in a second, and I also want to get the bomb actually, because this AoE attack is going to be really nice, but I do want to go for a destroyer first. So let's get it. This is going to be a huge DPS increase, by the way. And let's go up to round 15. So we're going to see our first mob just like this. And what are we doing? I think we're going to go for a recursive cluster. Our camo is kind of questionable. Hey, wait a minute, I'm just realizing my mistake. I actually upgraded the crew's nest, but the Polyphemus eye gives you camo. No. Alright, that's fine. We can work with this. Let's send in a couple of rounds. I think we're being a little bit slow with the rounds. 3.5 minutes remaining. Let's get the cluster and let's send up to rounds 20. Oh, did I send a little bit too many? Hopefully not. We do have the Striker Jones stun if necessary. Let's just watch for the eye closing and let's just start spamming these 320 destroyers because they're gonna be nice. Alright, 25k, we got the common reward, but let's work towards something higher at this point. So about 2 minutes 50 seconds remaining. We definitely have a good chance of getting probably the legendary, honestly. Alright, I'm gonna send everyone up to round 28. We got the rare reward that's really good, and guys, I just want to say, just as a side note, I don't think these fish are doing anything. I might be wrong, but I don't think the fish are doing anything when they get spawned. Let me send in everyone up to round 30 and let's see how it's looking. We do have a lot of AoE thanks to these bombs, so we're probably looking good for a legendary artifact, honestly. Do we want to get the monkey pirates? Probably not. Let's just kind of chill. We have 2 minutes remaining, 80k pops, and there it is. We actually beat this thing by a lot, not even 100k, but we're at 150k. So our setup was actually very bad versus Blast the Populace, but it was amazing. It's amazing versus something like this, a race in which you just have to do a lot of damage to a lot of bloons at once. So there we go, we get our first legendary artifact. Let's see what we get. Alright, so overwhelming synergy, we know what this one, it looks a little bit changed. Magic monkeys attack 56% faster. Upgrades for our monkeys are 10% more expensive, and we don't have any magic monkeys. I would take this in a heartbeat if we had it. For the ability, we know what it does, and then follow me, a legendary one. So a lot of your towers, essentially what this does is they follow your cursor, but the thing is, wait, what can we make follow our cursor? I guess the bombs? Yeah, we don't have anything else. Maybe we have the druids, but I think we're just gonna take overwhelming synergy, and we're probably going for magic monkeys. We do have some druids, actually, now that I think about this. Yeah, let's get this one. Alright, I mean, we do have some sort of a setup cooking, I guess. We're playing a little bit off of druids, a little bit off of snipers, which can now crit, and a little bit off of these bombs, which is summoning fish. We also have the splody darts on our buccaneers, so I guess we're kind of all over the place, but everything is a little bit stronger than it's supposed to be, so I'm very happy with where the setup is currently. So that is one more encounter done, and let's see what the next one is. I think it was a pink bloon, which we haven't seen before, so I want to try this one out. Now, this is an encounter that we haven't seen before. It's a pink bloon. Bloons start fast and end slow. That sounds interesting. So wait a minute, so they're gonna start with increased bloon speed and then it's gonna get decreased on every round or something like that? How does the bonus apply with this extra speed that they have when you're just playing like these maps in Rogue Legends? Because the bloon speed does get increased by default the further you go into Rogue Legends. I don't know how this thing works, so it just kind of place a couple of towers. Alright, so round 7, for example, these bloons are flying through, so we're gonna need attack speed. Maybe we should have went for the top crosspath of the Buccaneer, but with every consecutive round, this should become a little bit easier. So for example, let me actually go into the rules now. Okay, so the balloon speed number doesn't change, but there's this modifier number. It's an innate number that we don't exactly see, but these guys are supposed to be moving a little bit slower than the previous round, and then it's just going to become slower and slower. But yeah, the question that I actually have with these slower rounds is that by how much are these balloons becoming slower for each round? Because if they're starting at 150%, let's say, and they're losing like, I don't know, like 5% per round, right? So after 10 rounds, you're basically back at normal speed. But if you're playing 20 rounds, do they actually slow down a lot more than their normal speed? Is my question. Like, does this thing actually become like a good thing for you? That it's actually being helpful to you in a way? I don't know. I have some questions. I definitely have some questions for this one. All right, let's see what we get in this chest. Hopefully, at least a rare one. I would love to get some rare artifacts in our roster. Bouncy projectiles, always good. Enchanted Rebuttal, Magic Monkeys push balloons back on head. This is gonna be nice with the Druids, and then Grand Magic Inspiration. Oh, this is also gonna be nice with the Druids. 20% more Pierce, 10% more attack range. Alright, I actually like every single one of these, but I think I'm just gonna take this one because why not? This is a new power, by the way. We didn't have this one before, so I'm just gonna take it just to kind of try it out. Round 18 out of 19. This is the last balloon encounter that we have for stage 1, and something that I've been thinking about while playing, you know, the stage 1 is that I have to give it to them. Like this Rogue Legends, currently this form of Rogue Legends that we have is a lot more engaging than the previous one. Like, I'm actually eager, I'm very excited to play this thing, and when I'm playing these encounters, you actually kind of have to pay attention. It's not like you just place your towers and you win, or maybe just because we're still early into this thing. So that was the last encounter, and yeah, I'm just having a lot more fun just because there's a lot more variety in these Rogue Legends. So, you know, if you're previously on the fence of buying this thing, I can comfortably recommend Rogue Legends right now. Alright, so this is gonna be the shop before the boss, and I'm seeing a couple of new artifacts which I don't recognize. Like, for example, this one, Heroic Edge. This is a rare one. When hero projectiles expire, there's a chance to unleash homing swords that do 2 damage, and all monkeys have 15% more pierce. Actually, I like the pierce thing more than I like the homing thingy. Greater primary precision. Primary monkeys deal 16%. I would love to take this for like the militaries or the magic ones. Added preservatives rare. Projectile lifespan increased 35% and will bounce off map borders. Wait, so what's the difference between this one and the bouncing one? Maybe this one is only off of map borders, and then the bouncy projectiles is off of obstacles as well. I don't know, but this one sounds cool. It sounds like a cool combo to have both of them together. And honestly, I would like to try out this one, Heroic Edge, especially because of the 15% extra pierce to all towers. So let's trade off these guys. I think the time has come, guys. Fish Nova sounds fun, doesn't exactly deliver as much. I'm gonna get rid of the Splody Darts as well because we're gonna be playing off of different towers now, and we're just gonna have to pay with the rest with tokens, which is a lot of tokens. I know we're gonna spend like 12, but this is gonna be for a good cause. So let's trade off. Did my game freeze? What's happening? Actually, you can see the clouds moving in the background. Oh, wait a minute. You can do... Oh, you know what? You can do more trades, actually. That's what it is, because previously it was only 1 trade, and now you can trade again, but you can only buy 2 at this point if you want to. Oh, yeah, that's really cool. Okay, that's a nice addition to the game. There we go. And this is the one, guys. Bloonarius. Let's see what's the map that we're gonna get for this one. It is... Oh my god. Water Park on stage 1? Alright, so let's do it like this. Striker Jones, Destroyer over here, make this guy into a carrier. Are we gonna have enough money to buy a sniper if we buy the carrier? No, we're not. Okay, so let's make sure we buy the sniper. This guy's gonna be easy camo. Let's have the sniper like this, and then I wanted to start stacking up some druids just in case, and then we're also gonna need to find another tower, which I was thinking maybe it's gonna be nice to have something like a 203, 204 cluster for all of these summons on each skull of Bloonarius. We are very lucky in this run that the boss is actually Bloonarius, but at the same time, this is... I don't know, this is... I mean, Water Park on stage 1, come on. Okay, let's hit start. We have about 4.6k, so hopefully this is good enough. I mean, if we need to, we can restart, we can intervene. Bloons are spawning all across the map, so that's not something that we like, so we probably need to buy a druid. We also probably need to get some AoE with the Heart of Thunder, so let's go like this. Let's get a 203 druid on the side. $2,000 remaining, by the way, so not a lot of cash. Let's see how we're gonna do versus the first skull. So it's gonna be a huge wave of ceramics. Oh, this is risky. Let's get the AMD, the bomb that we got on the back. This is perfect, guys. Okay, but I'm still a little bit scared, so I'm gonna get this guy to the Berserker Brute, just make this bomb a lot stronger, because he only has like maybe like 2 or 3 shots max to deal with all these summons on each skull. Oh, this is so crazy actually, man. Look at this tier 1 boss. This is only round 12, by the way. Oh, wait a minute, boost. I completely forgot about this thing. I think we're getting the alt tower. Let's just do a blanket buff for everyone, and we have another buff. Actually, we have one more boost. 120 druid. I mean, I guess it's not gonna be bad because it's gonna work with the druid artifact. And let's see how we're gonna deal with the second wave of ceramics. It's really good. Okay, so the bomb is holding at the back. Let's place this new druid that we got from these insta monkeys. It's gonna be the last skull, by the way. In a second, all these druids are getting a little bit of extra damage. I'm saving the level 3 striker ability. This is gonna be the last skull, so when we pop this one, we do get the boost. So let me actually click the boost first. All tower quickening, 4% attack speed. You know what? I'm gonna take it. Doesn't matter. Let's take it. Let's use Striker Jones' ability. Boom. There we go. Alright, so no more ceramics to deal with this thing. Yeah, it's just gonna be druids, and it's gonna be the sniper dealing with the camos, and hopefully the damage is more than enough, and hopefully we don't lose to some camo balloons. So maybe it's not gonna be a bad idea to, if we run into some trouble, we can probably sell some of these. Oh, never mind. We defeated it, actually. I was thinking of selling some of these guys and buying something like a sniper for the camos, but never mind. We actually get it done. There we go. Now that was a tricky boss, and thankfully we had the setup, we had the artifact somehow, and we do get it done. So let's see what are our choices. Alright, so Essence of Bloonerius, insane artifact. All monkeys tier 3 and lower deal 1.5 times damage to balloons and mob class balloons and have 100% more pierce. Absolutely insane. Now this is the nerf that they added in this update. Monkeys tier 4 and above attack 16% slower, but then look at this guy, $24,500. Guys, we already have the legendary one, we have the druid artifact. How do we skip on this? I would really love to get the Essence of Bloonerius, but this is just insane for bosses, right? I think we're gonna take the druid, guys. I don't think there's any way around this. Yeah, let's get the 105 druid. I don't think we're extracting anything for now, so let's just hit skip and let's continue on to stage 2. Alright, this is gonna get crazy, but you guys know what? I think we're just gonna leave this for the next video, because even though the number of stages has been reduced, the length of one stage has been increased, because we're playing like 8, 10, 12 encounters per stage. So that's gonna be it for this one. I'm super excited to try this out because there's just so many things we haven't seen so far, but that is gonna be left for the next video. So thank you guys so much for watching this one, and I'm gonna see you all very, very soon.